So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. Y'all already know what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and cue that theme song. Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, say Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, say Chioma Chats, Chioma Chats, say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats, say, grab a snack and bring it back. Hey, Chioma Chats, it's Chioma Chats, say, get it, shake it, yes. Okay, I'm out of breath. I don't know why, but welcome back to another Chioma Chats video. I hope you guys enjoyed the theme song. To the ones that don't, skip it. Okay, it is so easy to just skip it. I put chapters in the videos and do that extra work just for y'all. If you want to get right to the point of the video, you can definitely do that. So by the title today, we are actually going to be diving into the absolute mess that is Love Island season 7. Like, this season is barely out of the gate and already there's scandal. I had to ask myself, like, although I'm not single, if I was, would I ever do Love Island? And I'm just like, I don't think I could do Love Island because it's just a little bit too freaky, like everybody kissing everybody, you feel me? Like, I like the idea of the show, I love it, I binge it, you know, we love Love Island, but I don't think I could be a cast member. But I would be open to like other reality TV, but I don't know, I'm not trying to like say I wouldn't do it. It's just that specific show, I think I like to watch it versus participate in it. If they had Love Island couples, hold on now, I might be giving them some ideas, but that'd be kind of messy though. Love Island couples. That's kind of like Temptation Island, but I think Love Island could do something with that. Hey, hit your girl up, I have great ideas. But so far, we've got like cast shakeups, we have questionable behavior, and reality TV producers doing what they do best. But before we get into the full episode recap, and I'm only gonna recap episode 1 because honestly, I'm a little bit behind. I think I have 2 episodes I need to catch up on. But yeah, before we get to all my spicy opinions on the cast, we really do need to talk about what happened with Yulissa, because Yulissa, you leaving, girl. It's not just about someone getting kicked off of the show, because, you know, a lot of people get kicked off of reality TV shows, but in this case, it's about a larger issue of racial boundaries and cultural appropriation, if you will, and that very tired, very old debate over who gets to say the N-word. And honestly, Black women, Black people, but Black women are tired of having this conversation. I know I am. I'm very exhausted. So let's just break this all down and talk about why her removal from the show actually mattered, and also what it says about the times that we are living in. I did want to give my opinion solely off of episode 1 again, because I think the hype surrounding last season is so crazy that people are definitely tuned into this season, right? And I've been watching Love Island, but last season was definitely a big season. So far, I don't know if it can live up to the hype of last season, but every season kind of starts off kind of slow, maybe a little bit cringy. We need more bombshells to enter the villa, right? To get the mess going, you know? But I do have my thoughts on everyone and everything that happened in episode 1. So I'm going to be breaking this video down into 2 overall main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So starting off with part 1, here's what went down with Yulissa. Yulissa was one of the original cast members, and she's introduced on day 1. She is 27, and one thing I did notice is that a lot of the girls are 27 and I'm 27. So I'm like, what does this say about us 27-year-olds? What does this say about those of us that were born in maybe 97 or 98? Like, I'm trying to figure out, why was everybody 27? Like, maybe that's the age that a lot of us are in our careers. We're a lot more sure about ourselves. We're confident, but we maybe haven't found that person. I know reality TV may not be the most conventional way to find a partner, but I do think it is possible. I mean, many of the couples from last season are still together and past seasons. So anyway, Yulissa, she's 27. She owns a mobile bar business, and she said she's 4'10", and it's just like real pocket size energy, very itty bitty, right? And she's from Miami. She was already stirring things up on screen, but off screen, the real drama came very quickly. Literally, I think even before the episode aired. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Love Island technically airs live, right? Like, it's not live as we're watching it, maybe. I don't know if they like do all the episodes a week before and then we get to see it, or maybe the day before and we get to see it. Does anybody have tea on like the turnaround time from when they actually record to when we see it? Because that's always been my question, and I think that's one of the reasons why this show is really popular, is because it kind of has like this live action aspect to it. So it may not be like live as we're watching, but you already know that the cast is away as we're watching. They're not on their social medias responding back to backlash at the moment. And I really like that about the show. So literally within hours of the episode dropping, a clip resurfaced from a podcast that Yulissa appeared on where she casually, my God, used the N-word like it was nothing. And when I say casually, I mean like no hesitation, no awareness, just vibes and a slur, literally.
You fuck my nigga, perfect, but that's it. Like now I'm fucking my nigga, he's my nigga. Like bye bitch. Like now I'm fucking my nigga, he's my nigga. I'm fucking my nigga, he's my nigga.
Now for context, Yulissa is a Latina woman, right? And I need to be specific here because this isn't just about her as an individual. Of course not. This is a reoccurring issue, particularly among non-Black Latinx folks who grew up in places like Miami or New York or Los Angeles, right? And these cities are where Black and brown communities often live side by side. We can agree with that, right? And we share music, we share slang, fashion, and sometimes even family. And we see that in those communities. And because of that closeness, a lot of Latina women feel like they're part of the culture until it comes to being held accountable, right? Then suddenly they're not Black. They didn't mean it like that. Or that's just how people talk where I'm from. We get that excuse a lot. And I remember even in Baddies, what was it? I think it was Baddies Caribbean. Honestly, I'm done watching Baddies, haven't watched it. One of the cast members, Gretchen, she was called out for saying the N-word because people were like, well, you're like a white passing Latina, so maybe you are Latin, maybe you do speak Spanish, maybe you're Hispanic, but you're not Black, you're not an Afro-Latina, so why are you saying the N-word?
Jump in. My nigga, don't let nobody tell you.
You can't say my nigga because you already know they not fucking with it. That's just what it is.
It's my nigga.
It's a respect. You already... You taking it too far. You apologize. You didn't tell nobody your daddy was Black.
You tried.
Rich.
No,
come
you
on.
tried.
All right, let's bring it down because you about to get it cracking. Real nigga. I'm coming at you too solid and you drunk. You already apologized. So you can't say nigga around these niggas because they not fucking with it. So you're not going to make me look like the weird bitch. You get what I'm saying? You're not listening.
Honestly, this whole N-word situation, I'm fucking over it at this point, and I'm not with none of that.
If you apologize, then you can't say it.
I already apologized 100 times, and I'm not.
And that's it. If you apologize, that means you don't
Why
mean
are you
it.
talking about it right now? I don't give a fuck.
So do you mean it or not?
I do. It don't touch my nigga. Do not touch me.
Come
You're
on,
not doing
nigga, my
that.
nigga. Don't touch me,
You
bro.
know that
All
shit,
right,
bitch.
Gretchen.
I'm not scared of no motherfucking
You shouldn't
body.
be, my nigga.
This bitch snuck me yesterday.
I ain't sneak you.
You just the fuck you did, bitch.
you when you first
Nigga, you snuck me. You snuck me.
You like saying you snuck me. You like saying
You snuck me.
You like saying that word?
I don't get this girl, Gretchen. Like, why do you keep pushing and poking the bear? Jayla, get her.
But I do agree that in places like New York, Miami, Los Angeles, some of those communities, a lot of Latin people use the N-word casually, and a lot of Black people in those environments are accepting of that. So maybe it's a city thing, but it's definitely not like a nationwide thing whatsoever. And that's where the disconnect is, because proximity to Blackness is not the same as being Black, obviously, right? Growing up and around Black people does not give you permission to adopt the language or just the cultural pain of Black people, especially not the N-word, which carries a violent and traumatic history rooted in anti-Blackness and slavery. It's definitely not a trend. And I'm not saying that Yulissa and other women like her, that their ancestors come from these racist white people, but it's very likely because there are mestizo Latin people who are white people who just so happen to speak Spanish, or maybe they come from some of these nations that are considered Latin and they're just not Black though, okay? The N-word is not a casual adjective. It's a word that has been reclaimed by Black people for our own use. And I do get where people say that it's a word that within the Black American culture has been reclaimed, but I do think that if you are a Black person with some type of ancestry to the slave trade here in America, that N-word gets used with you, against you, for you, by you, in all different ways. Period, right? There are some Black people who are okay with their Latina friends using the word. You know, I've been around that. But here's the thing though, we're not just a monolith, right? We always talk about that. Just because your friend Jamal said it was cool doesn't mean the entire diaspora agrees, right? And Black women especially are constantly watching our culture getting taken. And oftentimes that is by Latinas and other different cultures of women. And we're seeing that culture get watered down. We're seeing that culture get sold back to us without any credit or any care. care, right? So Yulissa using the N-word publicly, this is on a podcast, and then jumping onto a major reality TV show like Love Island, it is definitely a big deal because following last season, a lot of people were going to tune into this season and a lot of people's skeletons were going to come up out the closet. So it shows like a level of comfort and entitlement that is honestly disturbing. And when you watch the clip, I'm kind of like, she just said it like she always says it. That's how she was coming off.
I'm fucking my nigga. He's my nigga.
And to me, the producers clearly knew it was a problem once it went viral because she was gone immediately. I swear I missed the whole thing where they were like, Yulissa has left the villa. I was like, what happened? I said, hold on, go back. You know, we don't watch the episodes live, but I went back like 10, 20 seconds on my TV and I'm like, wait, did I miss something? And it said Yulissa has left the villa.
Welcome back to Love Island USA. Yulissa has left the villa.
So I saw all these funny TikToks of people kind of like saying like, this is probably how the producers were to Yulissa. Let's check out some of them.
Hey, what? Huh? Get out. Julissa? Get out, mama. Get out. Get out. Where are you going? Julie, what? It's okay, don't worry about it. Here's your ticket. Here's your Spirit airline ticket. Your seat 38B. We need to go. Yes. Yeah. She's on the way. We gotta go.
So yeah, there was literally no segment, no explanation, just poof, the girl was gone. And honestly, while they handled it quietly, it was still the right call. Like, of course, we can say maybe they should have spoke out and said like, hey, Love Island and Peacock or whomever is not for, you know, racial slurs. But I do think they still made the right call because there's no way they should have allowed Yulissa to bring down their platform, especially when it's kind of disposable, not the show itself, but the people. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but I do mean that like you get new bombshells entering the villa, right? You get new hotties, new hot women, new hot men entering the villa all the time. So it's like, we can just bring the next person, you know, in for real. I actually think one of the main points here is that digital activism definitely works, okay? People saw it for what it was. They clocked it, right? They clocked the tea, they called it out, and the internet held her accountable when the network definitely tried to sweep it under the rug. And I think this is why people say that social media can be used for good. I mean, this is why I do what I do. You cannot be on national TV trying to represent a brand or become a public figure while using slurs and thinking there won't be consequences. Even I'm hearing stuff about Austin, about how he's like a Trump supporter and he's had some very like skeptical, shady things in his past. I didn't look too deeply into it because I didn't want to be triggered, but y'all definitely dropped the tea about Austin below. But it seems like in recent episodes, again, I'm not going to spoil it, but it seems like from the most recent episodes, people are kind of liking Austin a little bit. I think he had like one good episode. I'm not even there yet. I'm just going off of what I saw on TikTok, and TikTok keeps spoiling things for me. So I'm like, let me get off unless I've watched the episodes. But again, people think there won't be consequences. And honestly, that era is over. People are going to call you out. And let me say this loud and clear, okay? If you're a non-Black person hoping to build a platform, like going on reality TV or even just exist online without drama, don't say the N-word, okay? There's not even a gray area. There's no special pass. If you're unsure whether you can say it, that's already your answer, okay? You can't say it. Yulissa's removal wasn't even about being like too sensitive or just a regular cancel culture. It was about accountability because she needs to take accountability because being in Black spaces doesn't make you Black, okay? And the way how she casually said it was like very, I do this all the time. And I don't want to say that she thinks she's better than Black women, but the way how she was talking was just very, we've heard the spicy Latina story before, and it was definitely giving that. And if you want to benefit from Black culture, our music, our slang, our men, our fashion, because all of these things are derivative from different types of Black nations, whether you're African or ADOS or Caribbean or wherever, you also need to respect the boundaries that Black people set, period. End of story. I think Love Island USA season 7 did the right thing by kicking her off. And again, Yulissa, you leaving. Bye, girl. All right, now moving into part 2, let us get into like this Love Island season 7 episode recap because baby, the casting team had a vision, okay? But I'm not sure if it's visioning just yet. First of all, Shelly and Alandria, they look very alike. Like I was looking at them and I'm like, it's not just the hairstyle. Like, you know how people say, oh, like I can't tell black women apart, which is so dumb. In this case, obviously I can tell them apart, but I was like, they definitely kind of like favor each other. Like you can tell the difference of who is who. I was like, you can't tell me the producers were trying to run back the whole Serena and Janae magic from last season, which I'm here for because I want to see black girls on my screen, but we see you, okay? So talking about Shelly first, Shelly says she's from Miami or she's from Orlando. I don't remember which one it was, but she lives in New York. She says she's a day trader. She, to me, is like a brown skin Halle Bailey. Like we were all saying that. As soon as I seen her, I said brown skin Halle Bailey. Then I got on Twitter and everybody was agreeing with me. She's fine. She's obviously very smart and she's giving quiet confidence. Like she's not over the top. She also mentioned she's dated women, which Love Island USA, honestly, from what I've watched, rarely touches on that. So I'm just here to see if she's actually going to act on it. Again, no spoilers, okay? Olandria, she is the Decatur elevator queen. She says she's from Decatur, Alabama. She's very much a Southern belle with standards. I really do like her standards. When she was talking to Taylor and she was saying like, you know, I need this from a man, but you know, paying a bill is not going to make me like turn my eye to other things that I deserve and respect. I was here for it, okay? You could tell she's not playing with these men. And I like her so far. It definitely is giving Serena 2.0, but I think she has a little bit more edge for sure. Now, when it comes to Hudda, she says she's a fitness coach. She's from Raleigh, North Carolina, and she was a teen mom. She had a baby at 19, and I think during the first episode, she told the girls about her kid, but she did not tell the guys. And I'm like, like I kind of saw what her strategy is, but I don't know if I like the execution. I don't know. Cause I'm like, girl, like they're going to find out anyway. And if you're trying to base like whether you're going to tell a guy about something that is something that he has to kind of accept to be with you, I think you should be upfront about that. Cause you're kind of tricking him into liking you and then dropping a bomb on him. I mean, if this was the other way around and I'm dating a guy and I'm getting to know him and then like a few days into it, a few weeks into it, he's like, oh yeah, I have a son. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm getting the hell on. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know. I was like, okay, Hudda girl, we gonna see. But again, no spoilers. I think Jeremiah is definitely gonna switch up when he finds out. I know I actually have watched the episode where he did find out. I haven't seen actually what happened after that though. So to me, you can kind of already see the foreshadowing in his face when she said she had a 2-bedroom. He got like real hostile, right? Now, Bella, she said she grew up in Hawaii and she was, you know, giving very chill energy. She's giving like, you know, island princess, but I kind of needed more personality from her off the top. Like, I kind of feel like her personality was like how do I say this? Her personality is like a meme. Like everything she says to me is like social media. Like, I don't know if y'all get what I'm trying to say, but she wasn't even over the top. Like her laugh and like the things that she would say was just like, oh yeah, that's so cool. And you know, this is another episode, but she was like, can't get no coochie out this queen. I'm like, this girl is such a meme. Like, I feel like she just looks at what's trending on social media and that's her personality, but we don't know the girl. I'm just saying. First impression. Yulissa basically miscanceled 2025. Y'all already know how that turned out. I already talked about her. And that was pretty much it for the ladies. Now moving on to the men. Ace, he's 5'10", you know, is giving short king. Okay, he's a dancer from Los Angeles. Off rip, he seems very charming, loves his family. To me, he was definitely giving YK Osiris. I don't know if y'all saw that, or even better, 15 Cent from the Proud Family. Tell me he was not giving 15 Cent from Proud Family, y'all. I was sitting there like, you and me will always be right. Every single day and I was like, Ace is giving very much 15 Cent. Every single time he comes up on the screen, I say YK Osiris. But anyway, I think he's going to be caught in a love triangle because he was very like flirtatious with Shelly off rip, but I feel like his eyes are very much wandering, okay? And a lot of the girls wanted him. So, you know, he's gonna, to me, let that get to his head a little bit. Then we move on to Nick. Nick is a registered nurse, and honestly with the guys, I kind of feel like all of their careers were very shall I say more entertainment based, where the girls kind of seemed like they had more business based careers. But Nick was different. He's a registered nurse. Nick was, you know, very much a pretty boy. Okay, he was giving face, not necessarily a vibe yet, but you know, he was just pretty boy and he seemed like a smart guy. But I don't know, I think Nick might be the Rob of this season, but we shall see. Moving on to Taylor. Taylor is the rodeo cowboy from Oklahoma. He came with that hat and that yeehaw energy, and I don't know if I trusted it, but I don't know. It was like the hat was throwing me off, but then once he took the hat off and like I saw how he could dress and his like locks was just down or in the ponytail, I said, yeah, keep this look. This looks a lot better than how you came in. But I don't know. Taylor just gives me also that he may not be serious, but I think out of the guys, just from first impression, him and Ace, and I'm not even trying to be race loyal, but him and Ace to me were the better guys to pull from, just being real. And Nick too a little bit. We have Austin. Austin said he was a pool technician from Michigan. And to me in the episode, between episode 1 and even into episode 2, I feel like Austin came into this, Austin swore he was going to be the main character. And he was just shook to me when nobody picked him. Like you could see when they were all picking people to couple up with and kiss, he was just standing there and I think he thought he was going to be the Rob. But no, baby. You're like Connor, okay? Just saying. You know, he had like the white boy confidence on 10. And I don't know about y'all, I ain't even trying to be funny, but he gave me Arwen from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but like thirstier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all, but as soon as I see his haircut is not doing him nothing. He needs to change that haircut. The hair color, the haircut. He has a, let me stop. But yes, Arwen, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, that's what he gave me. So Jeremiah is a model. He actually is. And it's funny because like, I think he models for like a very popular jewelry brand because all of a sudden I saw the ad on my Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay, that is Jeremiah. But I hadn't seen him before, but he's also a video game nerd. I feel like Jeremiah is like cute, you know, he's like attractive, but also probably the guy that brags about not dating black women. Okay. I don't know. It's just something gave me that energy. Like he, to me, seems like he exclusively dates Latinas who say the N-word. I'm just saying, or just white women or just Persian women, I guess in this case, but just not black women. So I don't know. I feel like we'll see how his energy comes, but yeah, we'll see about him. Now, getting into the couples, how I feel it was Shelly and Austin. I feel like Shelly is just kind of free-spirited, so she got with Austin by default. I mean, the man that she wanted at first got picked, so I don't think Austin was into her. I think Austin is playing the game. I think Austin is like, oh yeah, I like you, you're beautiful, and this, that, and third. Yeah, Austin, we'll wait until somebody else comes in. Jeremiah and Huda, I think it's a ticking time bomb, and I think the bomb is kind of exploding a little bit from what I've seen. But again, I'm only covering episode 1, a little bit of 2. But to me, it's a ticking time bomb. I don't know about them. Bella and Nick, to me, were very bland. Nick is too much of a pretty boy. I'm pretty sure Nick is going to be around the villa, to me, okay? Alandria and Taylor, I actually like them. They were surprisingly cute, but Taylor to me is just kind of, I don't really know. Like, I feel like he's just too school for cool right now. Like, he's just trying to be laid back, but I don't know if this was episode 1 or 2, but he did get up and say he wanted to, you know, explore a connection with somebody else. And I don't think Alandria should have gotten mad at him for that. Like, the way how she came off, I'm like, girl, it's the first day or two. Like, these dudes is gonna explore it, as you should, because to be locked into anybody off rip, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but we're not all gonna be Serena and Cordell, okay? Definitely explore it. If that man just showed you that he wants to explore others, you do the same. And he has the right to do that. So I didn't agree with that, but I am happy that she did apologize. But to me, we need more bombshells to enter the villa for like the black girls. Like, don't give us the black men who just, you know, date a certain type of black girl or non-black girl. We need, honestly, you know what? Bring Coy back from last season. Can we bring back Coy? Bring Coy back. And maybe not even as a bombshell, but maybe as a Casa Amor guy, because I feel like, yes, Coy got a lot of backlash and I didn't appreciate the way how he came for Janae, right? Especially after the season, but he did apologize and take accountability. And I don't think we got to see Coy enough. Bring Coy back. I think he would make as a very good Casa Amor or bombshell. I want to see more black men that like black women. Like, can y'all please, like, honestly, producers, I get you want cast members that like everybody and want to just, you know, down to explore with anybody, but maybe people having preferences isn't always bad. And maybe you should ask those questions like, what's your preference in women? And get a few of those, because the black girls, which obviously your most successful season is the one with Serena and Cordell, a black couple that was successful for a reason. Black people like to see black love, okay? And they definitely watch our show. So just saying. Anyway, moving on, Julissa and Ace, aka Shelly's stolen man. I was just like, girl, I don't know. I just didn't like her energy and the way she was like, oh yeah, you know, we just picking them off of, you know, physical attraction. That's how we picking them over. I'm like, girl, you could have just got with Austin. And I know that wasn't the guy that you wanted, but I'm just saying, like, he ain't have to come and steal the girl's man. But anyway, those are the couples. Now, just going on to some key moments. Shelly kisses Ace. Alandria kisses Ace. Ace kisses Shelly, and Huda Like, sir, pick who you really want. But I did think it was weird that Olandria kissed Ace. Now, I'm saying explore, and that's fine. Like, you know, especially if Taylor tried to recouple on you, Olandria. I just kind of feel like I don't know, when you know that Ace and Shelly were, you know, had something going on, and I already know they're trying to do the black girl friendship, I wouldn't have kissed Ace. I would have waited for some more bombshells. But I feel like in Love Island, it's kind of like you have to hurry up and couple up because you never know when they're going to have a recoupling or vote people off. Nick kissed Olandria, which was very unexpected to me, but okay, I'm watching you, Nick. I'm telling you, Nick is going to be something. I can just see that. Yulissa saying again that she only chose Ace based off of looks. I just think, girl, you thought your spicy Latina energy was gonna like carry you, but nah. It got you kicked off the show, okay? Olandria and Taylor, I do think they have chemistry. Like, I did like the whole Southern thing. So I think that's why she did get upset when Taylor was like, oh, I'm about to explore other people, because it seemed like they were about to be the winners right then and there. But, you know, I won't lie, they had good chemistry. They might be like a dark horse couple per se, but I still feel like I like them, but we'll see what happens. To me, Shelly got played by both Ace and Austin, low key, because I knew Austin would jump ship as soon as other bombshells entered the villa. And Ace, to me, is definitely a playboy. Like, I'm telling you, people like Ace first episode, but I think Ace is gonna slowly but surely deteriorate on certain people. Another key moment, Huda not telling Jeremiah about her kid, but telling the girls. Like I said, I don't know, baby, but it is gonna backfire on her, because it's like you're gonna tell him, and if he doesn't like you, now everyone's gonna know, and then other guys are gonna come in, they're gonna know this information, because the guys be talking, the girls be talking. You should have just been honest about it from the jump. Like, honesty is the best policy for sure. At the end of the episode, 2 new bombshells enter the villa, which are Charlie from the UK and Sierra, who is from Arizona. And to me, drama was definitely coming, because I don't know, people love the British guys every single season. I feel like they get a lot of, like, you know, play. And then Sierra's also a beautiful girl. And again, I just think a lot of drama is coming. So that was pretty much it from episode 1, what my thoughts were. I do not think I'll be covering all of Love Island, maybe not until the end. I really should have done last season, but I didn't watch it until like after the fact, like before the no, I watched it even after the reunion. I kind of missed it last year, but if y'all think I should, I will probably pop back in if anything else crazy happens. But I am definitely watching, because last season into this season was such a huge jump in like popularity. Shout out to the OGs that have been watching Love Island well before this, like us. Yeah, what do you guys think of this season? What do you think of the original cast? What do you think of Yulissa being kicked off for that podcast resurfacing of her casually saying the N-word? I think she had to go. And Love Island producers, if you're watching, I'm telling you, a Love Island's couples edition, you might need to call your girl. I think that would actually make for great TV. I don't know how we would think about it, but the story planning behind it would be actually very interesting. But yeah, maybe you bring some new couples and old couples from the old. Hold on, I'm giving y'all too much. But that is it for my Love Island recap of episode 1 and everything that happened with Yulissa. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If y'all haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video so we can put it in the algorithm and more people can come and watch your girl. Also, I am running for Miss Diaspora Nigeria USA. As y'all know, I will pin the link down below if y'all could vote for me. That would be great. You're supporting feeding 50,000 families in Nigeria, as well as my campaign journey. So definitely support your girl if you want to see me on that stage in August. And last but not least, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.